Yo, it's good. So, I'm gonna do some random fun stuff. The first thing I'm gonna do is, so you see this. There's like this, name. Yo, it's good, fam. So, there's this name in Wales. There's this, name of a town in Wales. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna name that, well, pronounce it to the best of my ability. Yo, it's good. I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Yo, it's good. I'm gonna try to pronounce that to the best of my ability. All right, here we go. 1 second. Whoa. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna do like one like silly like pronunciation, and I'm gonna do like I'm gonna try like 3 times to like do a good pronunciation. Here it goes. Lanfire Pilgin go Goger Rick Krum Road Rob Hulun Taishalu Go Go Go. Alright, that was like a bad pronunciation. Now I'll try to do better. I'm gonna try 3 times for a better pronunciation. Here we go. Lanfire Pilgin go Goger Rakrin Run Drob Willen until Cilio Go Go Go. Alright, 2 more times and I'm gonna, yo, it's good. Actually, I'm gonna just give it 1 more time and then I'm gonna stop. So here, I'll try to pronounce this name for the last time. Here we go. Germany, that's cool, awesome. Got someone from Germany. That's dope. Alright, here we go. So I got some dogs too. Here we go. Landfire Pulkwin Go Goger Ukraine Drop U Landas Ilio Go Go Go. Alright. So that was a Welsh town name. Now I'm gonna pronounce this New Zealand name. So I'm gonna try to pronounce this to the best of my ability. One second, I got it. Alright. Now I'm gonna do this is gonna be like a silly, here's my first try, it's gonna sound kind of silly, but here we go. Taumata Wakan Tangi Hanga Kuao Ao Tamate Teatura Puka Kapi Kiman Aunga Huro Ro Nu Hu Pukai Wanua Ki Tanatahu. Alright. I'm gonna try 1 more time. And then if that doesn't work, then straighten. Then I'll try to look up how to pronounce it better. Here we go. Tamata Wakatangi Hanga Ko Awa Oa Tamata Turi Puka Ka Piki Maun Gahoron Nukuku Pokai Wen Nua Kitana Hatao. I'm gonna try to see how to pronounce this better. How do longest? All right, this is a really good website. I want to show you something. So you have this website called iAskAI, and you can basically ask it anything. And look at that, it tells you how to pronounce it. Now, here I asked how to pronounce the longest name in town name in New Zealand, and that's what it gave me. It's pretty awesome. It's actually really good. And it's free to use. As far as I'm concerned, it's free. Like, you can use it for anything. Here we go. So I got the way to pronounce it here, so here we go. Taumata waka taning ha ngukua u au uo tame te aturi puka ka pika ki man ningu horu nuku pokai winu a ki ta na tahu. I tried that one more time to make it more fluid. Taumata waka ta ninha nungu kua u au o tami ma te aturi puka ki ka piki ma no hauro no ku pokai wenu a ki ta nuan tahu. Alright. I don't want to try it anymore. Oh, it's good. Yeah, we got Germany and Russia here. That's pretty dope. I think that was pretty good. I don't really have a lot of practice pronouncing hard things, but I think for what it is, I think that was really dope. Yeah, sounds good. So I pronounced the longest town name in Wales, and I pronounced the longest town name in New Zealand. So now what I'm going to do is, actually I want to show you something cool. So so this is if you know the game Mortal Kombat, this is like my favorite like scene from Mortal Kombat. It's like Rambo doing like a war yell, and then he fires his gun. I'm going to show you this, it's pretty cool. And fair warning, it is pretty loud. So what you're about to see is pretty loud, but here we go. All right. Actually, I'm going to turn the light off. Yeah, I'm going to turn the light off. Turn all the lights off. That way you can see it better. I feel like the quality wasn't as good because it was too dark. The lights from everything else. There we go. Now it's a lot fresher looking. Here we go. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And like you can see, like, this is basically, if you type in Rambo machine gun scream, you'll get that. It's pretty dope. And let's see what else. Also, like in like the latest Mortal Kombat game, I think it's MK1, they added animalities, which are really cool. Basically, like, I don't think they added it, but they've had it in older games, but basically for the Mortal Kombat fatalities, like the character would turn into an animal and then like perform a fatality as that animal. Pretty cool. So So for example, like Shao Kahn would turn into a bear, and then Johnny Cage would turn into Jaws because he's an actor, and he would turn into Jaws the shark. And I'll tell you a third one. What else we got? What's one really cool one? Oh yeah, Sub-Zero turns into a woolly mammoth. So I could show you this. MK1, the ones I just showed, I'm gonna show you well, actually I don't really feel comfortable showing it, but if you look it up, just type in MK1 Sub-Zero Animality, then you'll get what I mean, and then just type in Mortal Kombat 1 and then Animalities, and the three characters that I really like are Sub-Zero, Johnny Cage, and Shao Kahn. But there's others too. So yeah. So what else we got? So I want to pronounce. There's there's a word that I want to try to pronounce. I want to try to pronounce that word to the best of my ability. This is from a Sambuca video where he goes over the longest words in English. So I want to try to pronounce that now. And this is, I think, gets pretty easy to start out with, but the words get a little harder. So this one should be anti-disestablishmentarianism. 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 There we go. One second. Supercala. Whoa. How do I say that?
Docious at 34 letters, which is one of the longest described words from Mary Poppins. The longest technical word, or supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Supercala. Oh, here we go. Here's an awesome word. I'll try to pronounce this word. Here we go. Here we go. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. 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 Let's go. We just knocked that out of the park. We did a way better job with that than the New Zealand and Welsh name, but those were really hard, so I tried my best with that. I want to knock this out of the park, though. Let's see. Here's another word. I want to try to pronounce this.
Any major dictionary is mono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis, a lung.
All right, I'm going to try to pronounce that word. Here we go. All right. Okay, here we go. Pneumono ultra microscopic silico volcano coniosis. Pneumono ultra microscopic volcano coniosis. Here we go. Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Pneumono ultramicroscopic. All right, I'm gonna try to do this slowly. Pneumono ultramicroscopic siliosovolcanoconiosis. Volcanoconiosis. Silicovolcanoconiosis. Volcanoconiosis. Volcanoconiosis. Silicovolcanoconiosis. Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. There we go.
Letters. I'd love to say it, but I don't have the time because we have a word that's about 10 times longer than that, which is the name for E. coli and stands as the longest published.
All right. I'm going to try to pronounce this word. I'm going to go over it one more time. One last time. So I'm going to try to pronounce a very big word here. It's 183 letters. Here we go. Lopadotamacosella coagulio craniolepsa no drim hypotrematosilphio carabol melitu katakaku. Oh man, this is long of a word. We gotta start. Lopadote What is that? What is this one here? $183. There's a really big word I'm trying to pronounce here. Oh, all right. So this is a Greek dish. It's like Greek food. It's like a name for a Greek dish. So this is the name I want to try, the word I'm just going to try to pronounce. Yeah. I'm going to try to All right, here we go. Here we go. This is, I'm going to pronounce this big word. Lopido Tamaco, Salaco, Galeo, Cranio, Lafsfano, Dream, Hupo, Trimatos, Sifio, Carabo, Melato, Katarkeku, Meno, Kekil, Epi, Kosis Fo, Fatito, Peri, Stair, Ale True, On, Opete, Cafe Leo, King, Kilo, Pela, Pele, O, Lagoi, O, Sara E, O, Bafe, Dragano, De Rugon. Lopado tema con la cos gale o crani o las lesfano dream opo trimato cefalo carabo medlito kata keku menil kikil upi cosis for fatuti pi stare ali true on opete cafe li o king kilo pile o Langoi o sere I o bafe traganoi fito rogoin. Alright, once again, I'm going to pronounce this word. This word. I'll try to pronounce that word. Once again. And I'm going to do it faster this time. And if I mess something up, too bad. This is just for fun. Here we go. Lopado temako cephalaco gale o carne o lasfano dream hopo temaktos cephalo o crarebo melato kake tekeku meno kikil epe kokaserapo betope pete steer ola ketun on fondamentin kake fli o kain kilo kain Olo, Lego o Sailor E.O. Bafe Targan o Fedodoro going. Let's go. I think I crushed that. Let's freaking go. Done. And then here's the Walsh town name again. Landfire, Pilgrim, Go, Gurgur, Ukraine, Drop, Landas, Ilio, Go. There we go. And we did the New Zealand name 2. Did that. Did a Walsh name. Did Sambuca. New Zealand name. Rambo. Alright. So there's this protein called Titan. Or Titan. I think it's something like that. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, what's good? So there's this protein called Titin, but it's a really long chemical compound. I tried pronouncing it earlier, but the problem is, it's just super long, and I don't feel like pronouncing the whole thing, so I'm just gonna pronounce the last bit of it. So let's see. There's like this really long chemical compound formula. Look at that. It's really long and complicated. But I'm not going to pronounce the whole thing. I mean, look at this. This is way too long. So it's going to take too long. Yeah, this is going to take way too long, so I'm just going to pronounce like a very small section of it. And I might butcher the pronunciation, but I'm just doing this for fun. I don't really care if I pronounce this whole thing correctly. I'm just doing this for fun. And I'm actually not going to pronounce the whole thing. I'm just going to pronounce a small section of it because I don't have time to do the whole thing. It takes too long. It took me like 3 hours just to do a quarter. I am not doing the whole thing. I tried this before. I'm not doing it. I'm just doing the last bit. So, let's see here. So we got utamin. Let me see where I'm going to start at. So I'm going to show you where I'm going to start at, and then I'm going to show you where I'm going to end at. Yeah, pretty dope. Damn. It looks good. I'm just going to pronounce a small part of this big thing here. I'm trying to see. Search knock. I'm trying to pronounce this thing. Just trying to figure out where to start here. All right, this is not the way to do it. What? Okay. Gotcha. So I'm gonna go from there. Look at all this. This goes all the way from there to there, but I'm just gonna worry about this little bit down here. I'm not gonna worry about all this crap. I'm just gonna go from here, and I'm gonna go all the way down to there. I'm just gonna worry about that to that. I'm not gonna worry about anything else. That's all I'm gonna pronounce. I'm not even gonna bother anything else. That from there to there. I'm not gonna do anything else. Here we go. This is gonna be a lot of fun, and I don't care if I butchered the pronunciation. This is just for fun. Here we go. This is just for fun. I'm gonna try to do this all in one go, cleanliness factor, and I think it's gonna be hella dope. Because I think it's gonna be impressive. And I'm not gonna do it all in one breath, but I'm gonna try to do it as fast as I can. And there's 100 pages of this stuff, so it goes from like, look at this, bro. This is pretty dope. So it goes like, look at all that. So I'm gonna try to pronounce all that. There's 100 pages. 100 pages. Goes all the way down there, and all that crazy crap. So I'm gonna try to pronounce this, all this, and these are all chemical. It's like a chemical formula for like a very complicated. It's look up the protein titin, Titin. This is like the chemical compound for that. So chemical formula. Here we go. And I have 100 pages of this stuff. Let's go. I'm gonna time myself. Look at that. I got a stopwatch right here. I don't know if you can see that, but here, I'm gonna take my thing off. I'm gonna start it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, it's time to go. Yeah, it's running. Okay. It's running. Utaminol, artemisinin, tyrosine, the glutamyl, the cerulosol, phenol, alanol, lysol, lysol, prolyl, alanol, aspartanol, acetylpyranol, acetyl arginol, glutamyl, alanol, tyrosol, glycol, glycol, tyrosol, alistoterenol, linolol, tyrosol, telomerase, glycol, arginol, alanol, glycol, alanol, threnol, glycol, alanol, glutamyl, aspirin, alanol, lysol, prolyl, pyranol, high histol, lysol, valadol, alanol, lysol, glutamyl, tyrosol, aspirin, alanol, prolyl, lysol, glutamyl, glycol, phenol, alanol, glycol, lysol, alanol, prolyl, glutamyl, alistoterenol, alanol, lysol, aspirin, alanol, glycol, alanol, glutamyl, glycol, and the esoteric alkalic glycol, alanol, lysol, cereal, glycol, glutamyl, glutamyl, prolyl, glutamyl, cystol, lysol, alanol, lysol, Cyril, there's an Alano, Valginal, Glutamol, there's Prolyl, there's an Alano, there's an allerginal, acetyl, Cyril, Tyrosol, Cyril, Lysolusarno, there's a Herino, Prolyl, Cyril, Glutamol, Contrafanol, Alano, Terpitofil, Alano, Asparagine, Prophylis, Luso, Glutamose, Alad, Luso, Asparginol, let's Lusol, Glutamol, so paraginol, eziglutamic, glutamate, interphenol, alano, glutamate, theranol, glutamate, alano, glutarginol, theranol, theranol, glutamate, glutamate, Glutardic alamanol, phenol, alanol, glutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutarglutar alan, prologlutum, glutum, sterile, det fair, don't you kill a valley. Arginal, alan, wow. Alvin Prolo, Galway, Gunum, Circulais, Arspernal, Gara, Valo, Valo, Tyro, Cyril, Valo, Tyros, Arginal, Out, Tyros, Gullet, Asparginal, Alano, Luso, Asparginal, Prolo, Luso, Salis. Zero to Tarot to Alan, Alud Luso, Glyphol, Theranol, Alud and off and all Alanol, Aspartol, Theranol, Arginal, Arginal, Cellulose, Salison, I'm not on I don't know, Arginal, I mean, I was Sarah's own lot of profile, Terra, Oh no, 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 Sarah, no, Luso, Lane, Aspartol, Ludy, Theranol, Arshamer, Arshamer, Lavalo, Aspartol, play Terranol, that's Arginal, Luso, Luso, Virginal, Luso, Aspar, last believe Virginal, glue, that's Terranol. Oh, so I'm all in Argentina. I'm going to Luso, last but an Argentina, glue tire, spun a last boot on Cardinal, clear, through Alice Brown, Falicon. Aspartane, out of Samethy, Yados, Mercero, out of Luso Valley, our daughter, or no. Probably I don't know if I heard out there with him. Not sure what's happening. A lot of large on fire left out of the large. Ludo missile, hallucination. I don't know, probably college already. Oh, good. I don't know, good. I don't know, good. I don't know how to do it. My parents going to let's how to probably build good like but father said they so go siren also you so I don't know good primitive on it I don't know there no oh, tired so really so there no at least not if I don't lose all I don't know. Turn up all I lose also terminal also aspirational that's all time lose also necessary spreading original glutamol terminal terminal glutamol marginal lethal glutamine, I don't know, Sarah Gully, glutamine, good, I will do the Gully, it's very they do what I found out, glutamine, third and glutamine, or large, I don't know, or so yo, I'm pronouncing the longest word to the best of my ability. It's a protein, it's a chemical, it's a very complicated chemical. So as part of it, Lusolid is part of the probo, Lusolid lysol, Ludolotherionol, Alano, Lusolid, Glycyltheranol, Lufolotherionol, Nanodanol, Spartolotherionol, Arginal Lusol, Arginal Spartanol, Arginal Glycol, Leucizos, usually glutamate, Alginal, less, Arginal Glyce, Ludaminal, Udaminana, Arginal, Ulanotherionol. Glutamate, I don't know. Aspartolala, Theranol, Argent, the largest of Leospartal, Aspartal, Talalala, Theranol, Valley Ballad, so salary to get on Sarah, Lana Lasper, Argena, Lysol, Lucaya, Sparginal, Euclid Valley, Asparginal. Euclidamol, Euclidamol, Arginal glycol, Theriglutidol, at least got a solid, Laspa, Arginal, Glutamil, Asparginol, Therinol, Therinol, Phalanol, Alanol, Glutamil, Seryl, Methyl, Seryl, Glycol, Seryl, Sulfonyl, Valent, Tropidol, Therinol, Lorinol, I don't know, little Spartal gluta, Anamanilla Valley, Lysolos, Alan Ali, Lysoluso, Spartal Glycoladly, Alanolalial, Glycolano, Lysolusos, Glycerol, Glycerolani, Lysoluci, Alano Valley, Similar, Glucose, Silos, Olysil, Siloglut, Amagluta, Mini GCD, Lysosus, Pargity, Nilusosol, Glutaminol, Prologlutam, Solomon, Telton, Cycle, Alan, Analusol, Algibus, and Valley Glutam, for a little, but I don't use Alanol for a lean, Theanol, Larginol, Losers, Talusol, there's Arson, Salos, Barsaluse. So I did it, I said, follow the lazy, glutamate, glupanol, undersole valid, any letters to lose, so, turfu, Halano salad, some sparkle pro, luso, glutamol, luso, asparginol, valusul, Therio, no, seriously, luso, carnel, source of our parnel. Glutamino, phenol, glyranol, glutamol, phenol, therio, glutamine, neoglut, aminolalic, arginal theory, therio, glutamine, glutami, theria, glutamine, glut, harmony, glut, dominating glut, felon, glut, anisome, glutamine, nelly. Tritrophy, phenotypes, royal, phenol, alamo, ferrolil, glut, aminicerol, therio, delusion, arginal, phenol, alano, filler, prolicol, fast burst. Arginal, Falentian, Proly, Roseville, Arginal, Proceral, Arginal, Vitrovia, Sarah, God, and Yalagan, Island, Lucilla, Prosparto, Provid, Usol, Little Cliff, Rowing on, lose all E, the lose on E, Round Leaper, almost done, bro. Nihil, Spartal, Ethereal, Arlenol, Arginal, Asparginal, Yardinaginal, Alulisol, Aluliso, Glutaminol, Valley, Glutamil, Alispinar, Arginal, Glutamil, Acerol, Glutamil, Asparginal, Glutamil, Acerol, Glutamil, Asparginal, Glutamil, Acerol, Silucin. That was a mouthful, but I really butchered the pronunciation on that, but this is actually a real thing, so in case you're wondering, I know it was a lot, and I was really confusing, but this is actually a real thing. So this is a real thing. I'm not making this up. This is a scientific thing. It's called Titin. It's a protein. It's the largest known protein in the human body. What am I watching? It is a real thing. I'm not making this up. It's a real thing. I know it sounds crazy, but scientific stuff, like chemistry and stuff, that stuff is really crazy. Yo, let's go. We did it. Let's freaking go. That was awesome. That was awesome. So good. Let's go. That was awesome, fam. All right, I'm just gonna do two more things and I'm done. I am done then. Two more things and I'm done. Hope you had a lot of fun this time around. I sure did. And 1, 2, 3. Here's my boss speech. I'm just playing some 2048. I need to wait. I'm trying to get at least one person to come up. I'm gonna wait. Oh wait. That protein took me, like that long. Finished in under, I think 15:02. And that was probably more like, I don't know the exact time anymore, but it was pretty dope. Let's freaking go like a boss. Like a boss, we did it. Yo, it's good. So, I'm gonna try to reenact now that I named the larger protein, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reenact a Tom Cruise's Scientology speech. Well, he was like in an interview, so if you there's like this 9-minute interview of Tom Cruise giving he's being interviewed about Scientology. It's really funny, and this is what he says in the interview. So if you just look up, I'll tell you the exact name of the video. I'm basically just gonna reenact what he says in that video because it's really funny, and here we go. So if you look up this exact title and like search this up, all right, it's gonna be Tom Cruise Scientology video, original uncut, and it's from 17 years ago, and it's nine and a half minutes long. So I'm gonna pretend I'm just basically gonna be like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say what he says in that video because it's really funny, and it's funny, but it's also dramatic, and I like being an actor. Like, this gives me a chance to shine my acting skills because I kind of wanted to be an actor, but I no longer want to be an actor because Hollywood is toxic. So this is me putting on my best acting skills by reenacting Tom Cruise's interview. Tom Cruise being in an interview. Here we go. This is going to be hella fun checking it. And this took about a little less than 10 minutes for him to do. But here we go. I think it is a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist. And it's something you have to... Alright, from the beginning. 3, 2, 1, Lego! I think it is a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist. And it's something you have to earn. And because a Scientologist does. He or she has the ability to create new and better realities and improve conditions. You know, being a Scientologist, you look at somebody and you know absolutely that can help them. So for me, it really is just KSW, and it's just like, it's something that I don't really mince words with that, you know, with anything that LRH does, but that policy in me has really gone, phew, boy. And there was a time I went through it and said, you know, what I mean, when I read it, it was like, wow, this is it. This is exactly it. Being a Scientologist, it's not like anyone else. When you drive past an accident, you know you have to do something about it because you know you're the only one that can really help. That's what drives me, is that I know we have an opportunity to really, I'm not making this up, Tom Cruise really said this, to really help for the first time and effectively change people's lives. And I'm dedicated to that, you know. I am absolutely uncompromisingly dedicated to that. And the orgs are there to help. But we as the public have a responsibility. It's not just the orgs, it's not just David Miscavige, you know, it's not just me, it's you. It's everyone out there reading KSW and looking at everything that needs to be done and saying, okay, am I going to do it or am I not going to do it? Period. And I'm going to look at that guy, or am I going to be too afraid because I have my own out ethics to put into someone else's ethics? And that's all it comes down to. I won't hesitate to put ethics into someone else because I put it in ruthlessly on myself. And I think that I respect that in others. And I'm there to help. And we are there to help. My opinion is, you're on board, you're not on board. But if you are on board, you are on board just like the rest of us, period. We are the authorities on getting people off drugs. We are the authorities on the mind. Yo, what's good? We are, I'm just, what he says is really funny here. This is Tom Cruise saying this, not me. We are the authorities on proving conditions, criminal. We can rehabilitate criminals, way to happiness. We can bring peace and unite cultures. That once you know these tools and you know that they work, it's not good enough that I'm just doing okay. Traveling the world and meeting the people that I've met, you know, talking to these leaders in various fields, they want help. And they are depending on people who know and who can be effective and do it. And that's us. That is our responsibility. It is the time now. Now is the time. It is being a Scientologist. People are turning to you, so you better know it. You better know it. And if you don't, go and learn it. You know, but don't pretend to know it and like fool, like whatever. No, it's like we're here to help. And if you're a Scientologist, you see life, you see things the way they are in all its glory. You know, it's all of its complexity. And the more you know as a Scientologist, you know, you don't become overwhelmed by it. And so, like, then they said to me, like, have you met an SP? He put that little laugh in there. And I looked at them and I said, you know, I thought, wow, what a beautiful thing, because maybe one day it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day it'll be like, wow, SPs, I'll just read about those history books, you know? Now, the thing is, I go through that text and it's literally, it's not how to run from an SP. It's PTSD, PP. It's shatter suppression, to confront and shatter suppression. And you apply it and it's like, because they won't come up to me and do that. They won't do it to me, not to my face, you know, or anywhere in my vicinity where they feel like they can be confronted, you know. Just don't do it. Look, I wish the world was a different place. I like to go on vacation, just romp and play and do that. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I want it to be. Okay, that's how you know. And that there's like that, but I can't because I know. So what you know, you just gotta, you know, I have to do something about it. You know, it's not, you know, you can sit here and wish it was different, or you can look at it and go like, okay, you know, this is it. And this is it, and there's that moment where you go, okay, you know, I have to do something, don't I? Yep, because I have to do something because I can't live with myself if I don't. And that's it. And that's really it. And I don't care if someone thinks it's hard or it's easy. You're either helping and contributing everything you can, or you're not. Because I'm carrying my load, all right? And not only that, as much as I'm carrying, I still feel like I got to do more, all right? There's still a thing of, let's go. You can see the look in their eyes. You know the ones that are doing it, you know, and you know the spectators who are going, well, it's easy for you, or what am I doing? And that thing is, you know, I've canceled that in my area. It's like, man, you're either in or you're out. And this spectatorism, you know, it's something that, you know, we have no time for it now. So it's our responsibility to educate, create the new reality, you know. We have that responsibility to say, hey, this is the way it should be done. Because we do it this way and we're actually getting better. You know, let's actually get it done. You know, let's really get it done. Have enough love, compassion, and toughness that you're going to do it and do it right. I have to tell you something. I really have to tell you something. You know, it's a rough and tumble, and it's wild and woolly, and it's a blast. It's a blast. It really is fun. Because dang it, there is nothing better than going out there and fighting the fight, and suddenly you go and see things are better. You know, I want to know that I've done everything I could. I could every day, and I think about those people out there who are depending on us. You know, I think about that, and it does make me feel like, man, we've got more work to do, and I need more help. You know, got to get those spectators. Man, you're either in the playing field or out of the arena. Really, that's how I feel about it. I do what I can, and I do it the way I do everything. There's nothing harder than working for me. It's just, phew. That was Tom Cruise's. That's what Tom Cruise said in that Scientology video. It's super crazy and weird, but I'm not making this crap up. That's actually what Tom Cruise did. I wrote this all down because it's so funny. If you look that up, he actually said those exact words. And that was me giving up my best action. And shout out to all the dope people in the chat. Sorry I couldn't talk to you earlier. I was doing that and it was really fun. So that was that. It's just, yeah. Yeah, he does that little thing at the end. Tom Cruise, he's a crazy actor. He's a good actor, but he's a crazy guy. Yeah. All right, I'm almost done with this live stream. I just have one more thing I want to do, and then I'm done. Then I'm done for good. So I'm almost done with this live stream, fam. But I do want to do one last fun thing. All right, so Tom Cruise is a very fast talker, but this guy he's a way slower talker, and he's way more emphatic. He's not as emotional, but there's a guy named Matt Walsh. He's a political dude. He's really dope. He's really cool, but he's pretty conservative. So it's okay if you don't really agree with him, but he's very conservative. I don't agree with him everything, but he had some like liberal people after him because they really didn't like what he did. He did this one thing that they really didn't like, and I forget which video this is from, but like he did something, like he had an opinion, and these liberal people went after him, and because he has a very conservative viewpoint, so these very liberal people went after him, and they did not like it. So this is Matt Walsh. This is reaction to that. And this is not me saying this is Matt Walsh. Here we go. And this is very different. He's not as fast of a talker. He's way slower. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Kiss my A. I do not apologize. In fact, by all rights, you sick freaks should be the ones apologizing to me for lying and defaming me and doing it all because I'm trying to prevent you from actually utilizing Keats. You danged monsters. You kid people. Paths. I wouldn't apologize to you, soulless parasites, if I had a gun to my head. Instead, I'd rather just tell you to piss off. I apologize for nothing. I concede nothing. I will never surrender even a single inch of ground to a pitchfork mob of degenerate morons. You know, the secret they never say out loud is that no one is truly canceled unless they consent to it, and they willingly play their assigned roles. Well, I do not consent, and I'm not going to play the game. I'm not going anywhere. I am more motivated than ever to oppose you and to fight against everything you stand for because I hate everything you stand for, and I hate it more with each passing day. So you can try to humiliate me, you can try to ruin my reputation, you can accuse me of all the most heinous crimes that you can invent in your tiny, feverish little brains, but I am not going anywhere. Staying in the fight, never leaving. I promise you that. Also, for the record, I will always maintain that tasers are a wonderful source of comedy. That's not going to change either. Ha. That was Matt Walsh. I know this was some crazy stuff. Thank you very much for watching, fam. If you got really confused or weirded out, I apologize. This is not me saying this stuff. This is just other dope people saying this stuff. Some really dope internet stuff on the internet. So please don't get weirded out. It's all an act. It's all just for fun. Thank you very much. None of this is serious. This is all just goofy stuff for fun because it's random dope fun. But a little disappointed that I have to cut it short, but I'm going to cut it short now. Peace. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for watching. Let it go.